Did you happen to see the Jalen Hurts comments in the post-coverage press conference last night?
Only a snippet.
Okay, so let's play it for our listeners now, just in case they haven't heard it, so here it is.
Nick spoke about the 2-minute offense in particular. What stood out to you in those situations?
I've been talking about execution all year. Been on the same page, everyone been on the same page, and we didn't execute. I don't think we're all committed enough. You practice the same habits, you're getting the same results, and we have to make a internal change in how we attack things, how we come to work every day. It starts with the little things, how committed we are to doing what we're doing.
What do you think?
I think when you're on a losing streak, when you're a few games down and you're a proud team, NFC defending champions, you start questioning. You start questioning around you. And I think that's what Jalen did. Are we good enough? Are we bad enough? The Eagles had one of the most difficult schedules in the NFL this year.
This is true.
Yeah. And then they went through a really, really tough stretch. I would bet a lot they have the Giants, Cardinals, Giants coming up. I have no doubt in my mind they win all three of those games. And I think they have a really good chance of overtaking Dallas to win that division.
Okay.
Which is a big deal. It really is. For traveling versus not traveling in the playoffs. What do you think?
So I'll tell you, listen, Kevin, my husband's a huge Eagles fan, right?
Yep.
Yes. So my heart went out to him last night. He was so crushed. But after the game, he turns to me and says, something's going on in the Eagles locker room. I don't know what it is. They're keeping it tight-lipped, really buttoned up, and they're keeping it in-house, but there's definitely something going on. And I can tell by the way they're playing that something is up. So he said this to me before the press conference took place. I don't say this often, but I think based on those comments that we heard that he might be right. So I think Hurts is kind of cryptic comments. He's usually very buttoned up, very polished guy, and he's very measured with all of his words. But when you start talking about your team's level of commitment and what guys are willing to do, what they won't do, and everybody getting on the same page, I definitely think it's kind of a red flag that something might be amiss. And I think only time will tell. So the Eagles are a very well-run organization, whatever it is or isn't, could be nothing, may never make it to the internet streets, but we'll just have to stay tuned and see what happens.
I got a perspective question for you, okay?
Okay.
Did they lose or did Seattle win on Monday night?
They lost. The Eagles defense gave it up.
Okay.
They gave it up for sure. I mean, they led a 92-yard drive.
He's been in the league for a little bit, but let's call him a non-starter quarterback.
Right, a non-starter. His after the game interview was very emotional.
That I saw. Yeah. Tears down his eyes.
I know.
Hit the rookie for a touchdown. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's the part of what makes football special.